From an early age, Austrian billiard sensation Jasmin Ouschan was very clear about her one and only goal: to be recognized someday as the best player in the world. How did this hard-working and focused athlete treat the top women players in the world at one of her sport's major championship events? Number 9, Helena Thornfeld. Number 8, Gerda Hofstad. Number 5, Ga Young Kim. Number 3, Kelly Fisher. Number 2, Karen Corr. Only one player now stands between Jasmin Ouschan and the biggest victory of her young life: the number 1 ranked player in the world, Allison Fisher. The curtain's going up on 2 final headliners in Las Vegas. From the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the final of the EnjoyPool.com 9-Ball Championship. Hello, everybody. Welcome, as always, to Las Vegas and the Riviera Hotel. Mitch Lawrence and the striking Viking Ava Mattia Lawrence here with you today for the EnjoyPool.com 9-Ball Championship. If it sounds a bit unfamiliar, it's because for the past 7 years, it's been the BCA Open 9-Ball Championship. And Ava, you know as well as anybody out here on tour, this is a big-time event, no matter what you call it. Today, a very, very much anticipated matchup between up-and-coming star Jasmin Ouschan and the great name in all of Q Sports, Allison Fisher.
I think there's going to be some fireworks today. I mean, you have the number 1 player. We always expect phenomenal play out of Allison. She has proven it for so many years here on the U.S. Tour. On the other hand, Jasmin Ouschan is one of the most confident, comfortable players I've seen under the pressure. She had a little bit of a hard time against Helena Thornfeld in the semifinals, but I think that she's ready for this. She's used to the lights, and she has a lot to prove here on U.S. soil.
As we get ready for the opening break here at the EnjoyPool.com 9-Ball Championship, I think a fitting name, EnjoyPool.com. We're about to do that. This is what they're playing for: a fantastic trophy, symbolic of a major championship. Beautiful to look at, and certainly will make one of these two very, very proud. Allison Fisher with 2 of them. The inaugural BCA Open 9-Ball title in 1999 and last year in 2005. The defender will attempt to do just that against that woman, Jasmin Ouschan. And that is a very focused Miss Ouschan from Austria. She will await her turn. Allison Fisher won the lag and has the opening break.
Well done there. I mean, she made a ball on the break, which ultimately that's what you're really looking to do, to keep control of the table. But she did not get, she drew the cue ball way back here, so with the 1 landing on the rail, obviously she doesn't have a shot. 2 balls blocking the pocket down here, even if she wanted to get adventurous here and try to cut that down. So she's going to have to, it looks like, lag this 1 ball down to the other side of the table. See if she can get it behind that 9. Nothing wrong with that speed control.
Nicely done. As Jasmin comes to the table, she plays quickly, so we will quickly give you the rules of the game. It's a race to 7 for the title. They will alternate the break. There's a 30-second shot clock with 1 extension per rack on the players, and it will be cue ball fouls only. Jasmin Ouschan from Klagenfurt in Austria.
She would have loved to play a little bit of spin on this and hit and stick and try to play a safety, going to the rail first, up and hit the 1 ball. But she can't do it because the 8's right there. All the 1 ball is going to do is go right into the 8 ball and leave a shot for Allison. So instead, really smart play here. She's going to come from behind, 2 rails, side rail, end rail, come up and try to hit full hit on this 1. Oh, that'll work too. The ultimate thing that you try to do is to separate the cue ball and the 1. And instead of sending the 1 ball down to the end of the table, she'd sent the cue ball. And now Allison, even though she made a really good safety, still has a tall order here on this 1 ball. But the only thing she's got, I mean, she could try to cut this in, but that's a really, really difficult shot. So what she's going to do instead is just lag it, hit half ball, send the cue ball behind the 8. Pretty much exactly like that. Well, it's so easy to call Allison because she just, it's so textbook with her. It is just absolute perfect pull when she's in those situations.
And you will see a number of very familiar faces from the WPBA Classic Tour watching this match. It is, I said, anticipated to say the least, because we have all known that Jasmin Ouschan has been but a step away from competing at this level. And now the time is here. A good hit, but this is the result Allison Fisher wanted after a good safety.
A good hit by Jasmin. Nothing wrong with the shot, but it was tough to actually create a safety there, and instead she's left a wide open table now for Allison. And like you said, she planned this, she played a good safety, and she was rewarded.
There's the one, and as Allison chalks up, we will mention this terrific playing equipment. Beautiful waterfall table by Olhausen, Simonis 860 cloth, Super Aramith Pro Balls, the Sardo M5000 tight rack, and Masters chalk provided by Tweet and Fiber. As always, we thank them for their support. Allison Fisher now will try to capitalize and get on the board first. Race to 7, Ava, and how important it is to put some pressure on Jasmin early. If Allison can do that, and she's been as good as anyone who's ever played the game at putting pressure on another player.
No question. There's very rarely do you get any breathing room with Allison, and normally if you do, it's early in the match. But with her winning the lag and then controlling this rack, even though she didn't break and run out, with her safety play, she controlled the rack. She gets out here. I know it's the first rack, but it puts a lot of pressure on the other player, because knowing Allison's game, she's not going to give you a lot of room to breathe.
Veteran move there. Takes her extension, did not like it. Collects herself. Pretty to watch.
Yeah, her execution of each shot is just so perfect. There's a reason why she's the most consistent shot maker out there. It is because her approach at every ball is exactly the same. If she doesn't like it, she'll be, like you said on the last shot, she quickly gets back up and starts over again. She's got a pre-shot routine like no one else's, and it really pays off and shows up in her consistency of play.
And what it allows you to do as a player is to just play the game. She's not thinking about anything mechanical right now. She is just doing what she needs to do.
Great point. Exactly.
And any of us watching, we revel in her ability to play the shots that are supposed to be played. We talked about Jasmin Ouschan's week and how fantastic it was in our opening, but this, nothing to sneeze at. Allison Fisher, undefeated through one of the toughest fields you will find anywhere. Tough match in the middle of the event against Xiaoting Pan, a 9-8 victory for Allison in that. But once again, and how many times have we said it, Allison Fisher attempting to defend the title here in Las Vegas leads Jasmin Ouschan by 1 round. The EnjoyPool.com 9-Ball Championship is brought to you by the Billiard Congress of America, inviting everybody to enjoy pool. By Olhausen Billiards, America's favorite pool table. And by Simonis Cloth, since 1680, the cloth of champions.
The players, the excitement, the bravado is back. The 2006 World Series of Poker, Tuesday at 8, preceded by the World Series of Darts at 7 on ESPN.
The game's best players. The game's best table. The game's best surface. No matter how you break it, make it, say it, from every angle, in any light, Olhausen just feels right. The world's finest table with original Italian slate. Olhausen, the best in billiards.
American Standard, heating and air conditioning.
Never buy a used car without a Carfax Vehicle History Report. Ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com.
I didn't learn by reading books or anything like that. I learned by playing. When you get online, there's no embarrassment factor. I mean, if you make a bad play, no one's there to laugh at you. You're in the comfort of your own home. You can make mistakes. Poker players have very good memories. When you log on to PokerStars.net, you have virtually unlimited note-taking ability. You're trying to remember, are they aggressive? Do they bluff a lot? Do they call off bluffs? Things like that. You make mistakes, you learn from your mistakes, and the next time you play, you're that much better. I'm Money 800. Come play with me on PokerStars.net.
You're watching the EnjoyPool.com 9-Ball Championship. Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action. And right now, the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Vegas, that is the power spot. Allison Fisher up 3-0 against Jasmin Ouschan, and she is beginning to smother the 20-year-old from Austria. The pressure mounting at the EnjoyPool.com 9-Ball Championship. Squarely on the shoulders of Jasmin Ouschan. It is a major tour title. Previously the BCA Open 9-Ball Championship, now the EnjoyPool.com 9-Ball Championship. And Jasmin is feeling what it takes to play Allison Fisher and succeed. She needs a big-time break to stay at the table and get this rack on the board, Ava.
And she got it, but that 6-ball got in there last second and blocked the pocket for the 1 into the side pocket. That was just purely bad luck. Obviously, it's not a dream position to have the cue ball right here, but she did have an open pocket into the side until the 6 got there and blocked it. So she's going to have to play safe. And that's the last thing you want to do, being down 3-0 and it being your break. But you just got to take your medicine, and really she needs to come up with a good safety here. And there's really nothing easy here, Mitch. What you would like to do is use the 3 balls, the 5, the 8, the 6, and hide behind them. Or she can go to the other side of the table. There you go. Get behind the 6. No good.
I was going to say...
She got a little bit lucky, maybe. I don't think so. I think that 1 ball snuck out maybe. She wanted to freeze her right behind that 6.
And 3 times now. Rack 1 and rack 2. Safeties gave Allison, poor safeties by Jasmin, gave Allison a little bit of an opening, and we'll see if she can take advantage here. She's looking at the rail, Ava?
Yeah, she's going to have to go rail first. She's trying to measure here where to hit, not just to make the 1 ball, but where to come around, because she needs a shot on the next ball as well. The main thing is making this 1 without scratching in the corner pocket, and she's looking at every possible thing that can go right and wrong here.
A million things going on in that championship mind right there. All distilled down to this 1 moment of shot making.
Oh, she way overcut it, and look at this. She went into the 5 right there, which was the other least favorite thing that could happen for Allison, and now a wide open opportunity here for Jasmin. She has to take advantage here,
Absolutely
Mitch.
true, and you hear the crowd kind of getting behind it. It was not, they weren't applauding for Allison missing a shot. They want a good, tight championship match. Jasmin, in her semifinal match against Helena Tornfeld, started out like a house on fire, up by 4 racks, and then started to let it slip away, and it took a brilliant break and run in the 13th rack on the both players on the hill for Jasmin to move into the finals, and she needs to catch that little bit of lightning right now against Allison.
There's nothing major here. She's got to decide just where she wants to be on the 6, and just she's got a good angle to come across for the 7. And you can see Jasmin moves pretty fast around the table, but that doesn't mean she doesn't take that extra little time to make sure she decides where she wants to be for her next shot. Well done there. A majority of the audience here have been following for a full week now. They have watched Jasmin go from beating one champion to the next. So they're very familiar with her game and what she's capable of, and I'm sure everybody in here expects a good battle between these 2 players.
And again, this is exactly the medicine that Jasmin Ouschan needs to cure that ill that was beginning to creep over her. On the board finally, here in the finals in Las Vegas. Jasmin Ouschan still trails by a couple of racks.
Tonight, it's the ESPYs, hosted by Lance Armstrong.